Welcome to Kenya Talk Sex. Hello guys, my name is Ruby Mungai and we're coming to you from USIU Africa. Today we shall be talking and concentrating on issues that revolve around abortion. Stay tuned. We talked to students about the views on abortion.
Abortion is the removal of a fetus at maybe the early stages or the mid stages.
It's basically putting an end to pregnancy by killing the fetus. It's killing a life, really.
From my understanding, it's the termination of unwanted pregnancy.
Abortion is the killing of a baby before it's fully developed and in a lady's womb.
Abortion, according to me, is, I think, the termination of life prematurely.
I've heard that, when women abort, it tends to mess up their reproductive system. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what I've heard. Yeah, I've heard the more you do it, the more chances of destroying your reproductive system.
I've heard that people can die, can become barren, and many more things. Yeah.
The first one would be you'll never get kids after an abortion.
That it doesn't hurt the child.
It's only done by teenagers or girls between the age of 17 to 23. Let me see, 23.
It is wrong. A lot from religious purposes. It is murder. That's one conception. Number two, you might not have children again. So those are the two main ones I've heard of. But I don't think they're true.
I haven't heard any misconceptions about it.
I know it has long-term effects on the psyche of the woman or something like that, but yeah.
I think it's wrong, morally and in all senses it's wrong. Because, I think it's like a form of murder, if you ask me.
I think it is. It's a choice that should not be made by the government. It's a personal choice as to whether you want abortion or not. I believe Kenya is a democratic country, so to make laws against abortion is not really democratic. It is more of communion.
I think abortion, you should do it if you think you feel like doing it. For people who've been raped and they have a child, they have a right to decide whether they want to abort their child or not.
I think abortion is wrong. I don't accept abortion. I think people should be a bit more careful and think about what they do a little bit more before they do it, so that they can avoid getting to that point.
Personally, I think for abortion, I feel like you can do it, especially if it's a health risk, or basically if it's a health risk, whether you're too young or you're too old. I feel like you're allowed to get an abortion. But if you're 17, 18, 19 and you just went out and had a good time and you forgot to take precautions, I feel like you'd rather get the baby and then give it up for adoption or something else. But just don't kill it just because you had 5 minutes of fun.
Yeah, I'm against it very much, unless as she said, unless it's you have a medical condition that doesn't allow you to have a child. Other than that, there's no need to terminate the life of a child because of your mistake.
We talked to medical professionals to set the record straight on issues surrounding abortion.
Names are Patrick Foley. I'm a clinical practitioner at USIU for the last 2 years.
Lydia Winda, I'm the visiting counselor in USIU.
Abortion in an hospital setting, it will depend. So the time when clients come to the clinic with cases of abortion, it's where it's already taking place by itself, or maybe it could have been induced somewhere else, but you don't know. So the first thing that will come is the life of the client. So in most cases in an hospital setting, you'll have to do it where the mother's life is at risk, or also in cases where there are situations where you can get a mother is pregnant, but the pregnancy is making is giving the mother very high blood pressures, which might even kill the mother. Those are situations. So in medicine, they are weighing chances. Is the pregnancy a risk to the mother, or what is it?
First and foremost, I know abortion is a very controversial topic, and I know there are people who believe that it's taking away life, and there are people who feel that it's a normal thing when it's done below the age of 3 months. But I would love to share. Okay, as a professional, I feel there are cases where doctors would recommend an abortion. I want to give a practical example of where an ectopic pregnancy is taking place. This is a case where the fetus or an egg is fertilized in the fallopian tube instead of in the uterus. And when this happens, a mom's life is in danger and the child's life too. So in such a case, the baby usually has to be aborted. So if there need be, then I support it. But if there's no need for it, then I feel it can be avoided, and I feel it should be avoided.
The stigma that's around abortion is mostly from society, or also it could be the person herself. That emotion, you did it, it was a bad thing. Also society views you in a different way. Why are you doing it? Was it advisable for you to procure an abortion? Also religiously, it's totally unacceptable. So most of the time it's that stigma of you've done the wrong thing. Yeah, there are situations where, there are people who have had it done at the wrong places. It can render you infertile because maybe they messed with the uterus, or even spooked. I've seen cases where they spook off even the uterus. Where you get it's totally nothing sweet has to be removed. So that for sure, that one can never be fertile again. Then also it can have, of course, it will have even mental, where it's something which is not required to be done ideally.
There are people who still conceive after abortions. Many still do, depending on how the procedure was conducted, whether it was professional or not professional. But then it's not a guarantee that if someone aborts, they will never have babies. It can be done at any time. Any woman who is pregnant can decide to abort. So not necessarily people aged between 16 and 23, but it's more common among ladies aged between 16 and 23. We have couples who abort, when a lady realizes that, they've gotten pregnant and they were not prepared to, they call them accidental pregnancies, who still abort later on, up past the age of 23. So even older women abort. Still feel a lot of awareness need to be created on informing people about long-term effects of abortion, the probable long-term effects, and basically encouraging people to avoid having unprotected sex or having sex completely if they are not married, because I know most cases of abortion occur among the youth. Yeah, because most of them are not ready to have kids, and they find themselves pregnant. So I believe that we need to continue stressing abstinence and also consistent and correct condoms for those who must have sex.